was a different experience. You know, there's no audience. You're kind of outside in some cases. How did that feel, especially if you've been expecting kind of what we've seen in the past? How did it feel to kind of do this in a different way?
Any of us? We want to say
Yes, let's start with Voices of Our City Choir.
You know, not having an audience and being a performer is shocking. The first time you do it, it's really strange, right? Like you're trying to engage with people in a box and you're like, hey, feel us through this technology. If I had done it a couple other times, I think it would have been a challenge. But how did you feel, Gillette?
It felt very different, and it felt like, again, like you're trying to connect with someone and you're trying to connect with that person that's in the audience, yet they're not there. So it's almost like a missing element to the live performance kind of thing that you see with most things. So with most musical acts, it's just a little bit different, but we were able to adjust. And I think it was, something that we have to adjust to normally with what's going on.
All right. What about you, Vincent?
So the question was, how is it performing without an audience?
How is it different, or how did it feel with this kind of new format that you're probably not expecting?
Yeah, so I've only done 2 live performances in my life, and the first one was with an audience. Fortunately, with I was fortunate enough to have an audience for my audition, and the audience feedback was really important because I was very nervous, and once I led with my impression, they stood up and they screamed, and I was like, "Whoa, this is great! I'm comfortable now." So with the live show, it was very, I don't want to say challenging, but we made it work. You know what I mean? The Zoom audience was interesting to see. And, there's that immediate feedback, but the roar, the bass of the actual audience and just how that feels is indescribable. So, but we made it work.
So then what about you, BONAVEGA?
Well, honestly, I started out here in the LA open mic scene. I would go show up, at some little like hole in the wall place and perform. So I'm used to kind of going all out for basically no one. So I just kind of kept, I kept keeping in the back of my mind how many people would end up be watching this. So it was pretty easy to summon the craziness,
All right. And is there anything you think we'll do differently next time now that you know?
I think we're excited to see how we can show more choir members, and incorporate more into the performance. I play guitar. I hope that the next time we're up on stage that we have some live instruments. There has to be a combo with the track and the instruments and that energy. Even if it's to the room of the crew working the show and the judges, I think it's important to have that element, right?
Yes.
I hope we can do that. Yeah.
Yes.
And Vincent?
I'm sorry. What was the question? I'm sorry.
No problem. I know you guys are probably, I'm sorry for the bell.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
You guys are probably really tired too, but I was asking, is there anything different you'll do next time now knowing the format and now kind of being in the swing of things?
Yeah. Differently. I mean, that's a challenge, is coming up with a brand new thing, I think that's a challenge for me, especially from not doing it to any stage performance to trying to make my act stronger to take it to the next level. So that's going to be a challenge, but I think I'm ready for it. There's a lot of things I haven't shown AGT and a lot of stuff that I'm ready to unpack. So.
All right, Vega.
For me, I think like in a way, I see, especially like with the environment that I performed in, I see like almost there's so much opportunity that can be done now because I think there's less pressure within the theater when there's a live audience. There's like so much chaos going on. So now, since it's kind of like in a box, you can kind of really focus and say, okay, well, from this box, what can we do? And you can get like kind of really creative, when you're put into like kind of that weird situation. So yeah, I think there's quite a bit we can do, which I'm excited about.
And now for all of you, is there a judge that you feel like you connected with or that you either connected with or you need to like work a little harder to impress maybe? I know it's a weird question, but is there a judge that let's say connection. Who did you connect with the most? Or who did you feel like, is this judge crazy?
Well, Simon not being there is a bummer, of course. But the first in the golden buzzer moment, like I was born in 1980. Okay. Like I've been growing up with Simon Cowell for like a minute and getting to meet Simon Cowell and him being so warm and actually like a completely different kind of vibe than the vibe that you think, you know?
Oh yeah, he's lovely.
Right. And he gave us a standing ovation and he was super down. I mean, all the judges though have been like incredible. The first time I felt like Howie didn't quite like, he liked us, but he wasn't so like DOW and down with us, you know, but this time he gave us a standing ovation and was really feeling the performance. So yeah, they're all pretty magical people, magical unicorns. I love all the judges. They're great.
All right, awesome, Vincent.
Yeah, the judges are fantastic. Simon was really into me in the very beginning. He said I had star quality, which was fantastic. I didn't, I didn't think I had that, you know what I mean? But he was the one that said it, those are his words, not mine. But no, like I said, the judges are always fantastic. I loved how Keenan was the sub for this one too. It's a big comedic inspiration for me. And yeah, and just I think it's. I was a little nervous about what they had to say yesterday, but hopefully I'll make it through. So it'll be okay.
It's okay. Simon once complimented my shoes or my dress, I think it was, and I had like a great month. But BONAVEGA, what about
really?
you? I was like, what? BONAVEGA, what about you?
Well, definitely seems like Heidi seems to be my cheerleader, which I really appreciate. Yeah, it's pretty surreal. And also Howie seems to really love what I've got going on. And that's pretty, as like an icon of showbiz, it's really cool. Howie, that's pretty cool to be coming from him. Pretty iconic. So I really respect and appreciate that.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for your time and all the best.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you guys again, of course.
Cool.
Thanks,
Bye.
Ray.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.